My name is Jakub Goral, and I will present how event automation supports employees and protects IT environment. So, if you have CM, then SOAR is a next step in security operations. SOAR combines three formally separate technologies. Incident Response Platform offers case and incident management, workflow, and incident knowledge base gathering. Orchestration and automation provides various integrations and automatic workflow. Threat intelligence shares indicators of compromise. What are security operations challenges? It starts with limited resources. There is a shortage of security professionals. Another problem is too many products. Each product has different UI. Without orchestration, you have to navigate multiple management interfaces to search data and take actions. Too many alerts. Security teams are drowning in security alerts. They don't know which alert to analyze, and many of them are left unread. Lack of processes. Some security teams lack established standard operating procedures, or perhaps processes exist, but they are written on a Word document. Speed. Responding to security incidents takes time. It's important to reduce mean time to detect and mean time to react. And finally, cost. Cost of security operations is increasing. How SOAR solves security operations problems? Automating repetitive tasks lets you focus on deeper analysis and threat hunting. Too many products. Through SOAR integrations, security tools can work together to respond to incidents. Alerts. There are too many. SOAR automates alert triage and clears majority of alerts. Lack of processes. SOAR has case templates, task management, and automatic workflow. Speed. Orchestration and automation from SOAR reduce team time required for handling incidents. And finally, SOAR saves your team time and costs. So what are SOAR capabilities? It provides alert and case management, collaboration, automation, and orchestration. Finally, dashboards and reports consolidate all critical information needed to understand the current state of your security operations. Now let's talk about orchestration. We can divide orchestration into two parts. The first one is analysis. We can analyze different objects in tools such as VirusTotal. So you can analyze files, URLs, hash, domains, IP addresses. You can geolocate IP address, check file against Sierra rules, send file or URL to sandbox, or connect to threat intelligence sources such as MISP. The second group is response. You can create tickets in external system, update tickets, get information from ticketing systems. You can quarantine host using EDR, block IP using firewall or agent, block domain on a proxy, or add email to blacklist on a gateway. SOAR can create cases automatically. Let's imagine the following scenario. SOC receives suspicious email from concerned employee. The email original message is sent as file attachment MSG. Then analyst tags the email with his category in Outlook. The category is username and username in AD and SOAR. Then he drags and drops email to the folder SOAR because only emails in the folder SOAR will create case. Scheduled task monitors folder and create cases. Email subject is case title and category from Outlook is case assignee. Also, we have attachments handling. So MSG file is converted to EML and added as object. Also, we have another object such as original attachment, sender, receiver, subject, and headers. All these objects can be used to further analysis. Now let's go to demo of the system. What we can see is alerts module. So there are read and unread alerts, alerts from different types and tags assigned. We can filter alerts using different filters. So I search alerts containing scan title. We can see web scan activity. I will preview the alert to see the details. So there is log from CM and observables, which are hostname and public IP address. There was scan from this particular public IP address to this host. We can see similar cases. As you can see, similar cases are the cases which have the same hostname or IP address. And we can merge alert to this case. We can also merge alert into case if we know case title or case number. We can also create empty case or use case template. In this example, we have web scanning activity, so I will pick suspicious network activity and import alert. The alert becomes case. All the details are taken, so the summary, logs, observables, all is here. The case has assignee, and I selected case template, so I have case tasks assigned. An analyst can review tasks and click start to start the task. He becomes assignee of the task. The task status is in progress. Analyst can add some notes or attachments to this particular task. If he will complete all the steps described, we can close the task. The system automatically calculates how long it took to complete the task. Then analysts go to another task. Every analyst can review his tasks on my tasks list, and he can also take additional tasks from waiting tasks list. Let's go back to our case. Okay, so let's review the observables. This public IP address can be analyzed using different tools. So I choose the object and select run analyzers. There are many. I can choose one or more. I will pick IP void and abuse IPDB and run selected analyzers. After a while, we have response from these tools. Here it is. We can review abuse IPDB record. So the object is related to port scanning activity and brute force. It is also present on 3 blacklists. If I want to block this object, I will run responder and select, for example, checkpoint block IP action or block IP using agent, or for example, connect to info blocks to block IP. Also, we have another integrations, for example, with semantic messaging gateway, semantic endpoint protection, and other systems. We can also assign tags to the case. It can be done using the field tags, and I will select scan tag, or I can add tags from library. So I will choose scanning activity. Okay. If I choose tags from library, I have all the tags normalized. Also, I can add techniques and procedures from Mitre framework. I will choose reconnaissance and active scanning. And we have all the details from Mitre. We can also mark objects as IOC. So I will mark this object is IOC. So this is IOC, this isn't. And if I export the case to MISP server, only this marked as IOC objects will be exported. So our hostname wouldn't be exported. Okay, so we can also share the case with another organization and choose appropriate profile, for example, read-only or analyst. Also, we can share tasks and observables. After completing of the required steps, we can close the case. The system gives information about not closed tasks, so I will close all and choose the status. It could be true positive with impact to the organization or without impact, and also false positive, indeterminate or other. So let's choose true positive, no impact, so security tools blocked the attack. And summary. Close the case, and we can see that it took 5 minutes to resolve the case. Okay, now let's go to automatic workflow. So in this case, we used orchestration. We could take different actions across many tools. Now we go to automatic workflow to take actions automatically. In this module, we build workflows using blocks. So I will choose, for example, Jira block. And in this particular block, I'll select operations. For example, resource is issue and operation is create or get issue information or update issue. Then I connect these blocks with another systems, for example, AWS, SQL, or IoT devices. I can choose which fields to pass across these blocks. There are two types of blocks. The first one is classic, regular, and the second is trigger. So if I choose trigger, it could be the first block in the scenario. So I select what event has to happen to initiate the workflow execution. For example, I can choose issue created or issue updated. And it will execute the workflow if an issue will appear. In this example, I will have to execute workflow manually or add a scheduler. So I can select cron schedule and choose, for example, trigger the workflow every hour. There are also another blocks related to files handling or data transformation or flows. for example, switch workflow or merge results, and so on. The regular blocks are related to connection to another systems to get information and take actions. So let's go to ready-to-use workflows. I will open workflow analyze web scan observables. Okay, and in the second tab, I will open a case web scan activity. In this case, we have severity level low and two observables, our host name and public IP. We want to automatically analyze these observables. So I will execute workflow and let's discuss the blocks. The first one, get cases, then get observables, filter public IPs because only public IPs we want to analyze, run analyzer, wait for results, get report, then assign tag with information from the report. If the object is suspicious, increase severity level to high. Also, we can enable blocking IP address. If severity isn't high, then close the case. Green dots indicate the path of the workflow. So we should have another tag, and the object was suspicious and severity was increased. Let's see. Severity is high now, and we have another tag assigned to this public IP. Let's go to another example. I will open another case. So this case was created from email message. In description, we have text of the message, and in observables section, we have email address, URL, and file attached. We can analyze this object manually. So, for example, run virus total analyzer to validate reputation of the file. So we can see which engines mark this object as malicious, or we can use automatic workflow. Let's execute the workflow, and the severity was low. So in this workflow, we have get cases, then get observables. After that, we switch processing to two paths. The first one is analyze attachment. The second is analyze URL. After that, we get reports, merge results. If objects are malicious, then we increase risk level. Then we merge results again, calculate global risk. If it is high, then increase severity to high level. Also, we can enable user notification and blocking URL. If severity isn't high, then close the case. So green dots means that severity was increased. And let's see, it was low, then it was changed to level high. To save analyst time, we can also distribute information about vulnerabilities automatically. For example, let's see vulnerability tickets workflow. In this workflow, we search cases which has title critical vulnerability detected. Then we get observables, which are IP addresses of hosts where critical vulnerabilities were detected. Then we have lists of our assets. We can see here IP address, severity of the asset, unit responsible, and asset owner. So we search this asset list and see if there is critical vulnerability detected on high severity asset. If it is, then increase severity of the case to highest critical level. Also, we can enable asset owner notification. We can also create open case reminder. So in this example, we use cron scheduler to search open cases. Then we calculate SLA. If it is above 7 days, then we send email, SMS, post Slack message, or flag case to become on the top of the list. We can also connect to external systems to create alerts. For example, I created a form in Typeform service, and employee can report new incidents using this form. So name, email address, incident category, for example, unauthorized access, severity, details of the incident. Okay, submit. On the Energy SOAR site, we have simple workflow, which is incident report. In this example, we have Typeform trigger. The block is in listen mode to check if new forms were applied. If there was a new form, then create alert. If severity is high or critical, then promote alert to a case. Let's see the alerts. So the tag should be Typeform. Okay, and we can preview the details. So in description, we have name of employee, email address, details of alert. If reported incident was with medium severity, then it becomes alert. If it was above, so then it becomes a case automatically. Okay, let's go to dashboards. In the dashboards module, we can see the full picture of our incidents. So how many cases were resolved by resolution status? For example, true positive, false positive. What were tags assigned? We can review case severity history in time, case owner history, task owners, alerts over time with severity levels, changing statuses of cases. We can review SLA, time saved or ROI using automatic workflow in chart or in table. If we have many organizations in one system, then we can review cases splitted by organization. From this view, we can jump to search module. So I will pick an analyst to review his tasks. Here it is. We can add additional filters, for example, status in progress, and search to see what tasks are assigned to this particular analyst. To create reports, we select a dashboard with appropriate widgets, and then select scheduler, for example, weekly, and pick email address. Okay, let's go to the presentation again. We can create many organizations in one EnergySOAR instance, and you can link an organization to share cases between them. In each organization are user accounts with different roles and permissions. We can also integrate with AD. How does EnergySOAR architecture look like? EnergySOAR receives alerts from CM systems. We have ready-to-use integrations with Energy Logserver, Splunk, QRadar, Elasticsearch, Graylog, or Microsoft Sentinel. EnergySOAR can receive emails, can get information from tracking systems. All this information can be sent to analyzers, sandbox. We can create notifications and run responders. Also, we can integrate SOAR with MISP servers. So we can use a private instance of MISP or instance connected to the internet. How to create alerts in Energy Logserver? We choose alert method EnergySOAR, then input title of the alert, status, tags, severity, and then observable data mapping. So we select which observables to pass to SOAR. For example, IP address, port, username, and so on. What automation tasks should we look at first? As all we know, there are many of repetitive tasks such as enrichment, IOC validation, sending objects to sandbox, ticketing, notifications and escalations. These tasks are great opportunities for automation. We should look at events that are happening frequently, alerts that require many actions using different tools, and we can start with contextualization and information gathering, then deeper dive into blocking actions. SOAR can be next step in security operations maturity. So at the beginning, we start with log management. We don't have processes in place. Then we build our CM. We create correlation rules, and we analyze incidents manually. Next level is orchestration. So we can take different actions from one console to investigate incidents. This is great opportunity for EnergySOAR. And the top level is automated threat qualification, investigation, and response from SOAR instance. What are the benefits of using SOAR? The first one is visibility. You have all the information in a single pane of glass from where you can take analysis actions and blocking actions. The second is non-stop operations, even if we don't have analysts working at night. Another thing is improved time to respond. We free human resources for higher value-added tasks, and we eliminate variations in processing of incidents. Thank you.